It started as a careless joke at a small gathering with friends. The kind people laugh off without thinking too deeply. We were sitting around, teasing each other. And when the topic of trust came up, I laughed and said something stupid about cheating with his friend. I meant it as sarcasm, nothing more, and everyone else laughed. I didn't notice his smile fade in that moment. Later that night, when we were alone, he became unusually quiet. I asked him what was wrong, but he brushed it off, saying he was tired. I believed him and went to sleep, unaware that my words were replaying in his mind over and over. What felt like a joke to me had planted doubt in his heart. Over the next few days, his behavior changed. He checked his phone more often, avoided eye contact, and seemed distant. When I asked if I had done something wrong, he said nothing was wrong, but his tone was cold. I began to feel a knot of anxiety growing in my chest. Then he finally confronted me. He asked if I had feelings for his friend and whether my joke had been a confession in disguise. I laughed nervously at first, thinking he couldn't be serious, but his face told me otherwise. That was the moment I realized how badly I had messed up. I tried to explain that it was just a joke, that I would never betray him like that. I apologized again and again, but the damage was already done. Trust, once cracked, doesn't fix itself easily. He listened, but I could tell he wasn't fully convinced. Things became tense between us. Simple conversations turned into arguments, and silence filled the spaces where laughter used to be. His friend noticed the change too and began keeping his distance, clearly uncomfortable with the situation. What started as a joke had affected more than just our relationship. I felt guilty every day. I replayed that moment in my head, wishing I could take my words back. I learned the hard way that jokes about trust and loyalty are never harmless, especially when they touch on someone's deepest fears. One evening, I sat him down and spoke honestly. I told him about my regret, my fear of losing him, and how thoughtless my words had been. I didn't try to defend myself this time. I just listened and let him speak too. He admitted that he had been cheated on before and that my joke had reopened old wounds. Hearing that broke my heart. I finally understood why he had taken it so seriously and why my apology alone hadn't been enough. From that moment on, we agreed to rebuild slowly. We talked more openly, set clearer boundaries, and promised to be more careful with our words. It wasn't easy, and trust didn't return overnight, but honesty became our foundation. His friend eventually returned to our circle, and the awkwardness faded with time. Still, the lesson stayed with me. I learned that humor has limits and that words, once spoken, can't be undone. That joke changed me. It taught me responsibility, empathy, and the true weight of trust. I never joked about cheating again because I knew firsthand how something said lightly could leave scars that take a long time to heal.